Let's talk 401k. Now, we all know we're supposed to be saving for retirement, but how are we really doing? Today, I am going to share the average and median 401k balance by age. Hey there, I'm Brittany Flammer, a financial coach with videos here on my channel about budgeting and money saving tips for you and your family. Vanguard releases a report, How America Saves, every year, and the numbers for this video today are from their 2022 report. This report includes not only 401k balances, but anything in a defined contribution account, which translated means any money that is taken out of your paycheck from your employer and put towards retirement. So it could be 401k, 403b, employee stock. It could be a lot of different things. We're just going to call it 401k because that's what majority have. Most Americans, more than 100 million, have these types of retirement accounts. Start off with the average 401k balance for everyone here in the US is just over $141,000, while the median is $35,345. Now, I'm going to share both the average and median. The average gets a little bit skewed by those billionaires that are way out here and skews it for the rest of us. So I'll share both. For those under 25, average 401k balance is just over $6,000. The median is under $2,000. Now, we expect this to be low because people that started working right out of high school have only been working a couple years. And if people went to college, they could still be in school or have just barely finished and started their first job. The good news is that time is on your side if you're in this age group. Now, most people think you need a huge chunk of change to start investing, but that's not the case. I'm going to show you if you start at age 25 with just $50 a month investing, then by the time you turn 67, you could have over $200,000. If you look at this chart, the small amount in blue is how much you will have contributed. Over those years, that $50 a month only adds up to be $24,000. However, you will have over $200,000. That green is the amount of interest that you can earn through your investment. We're talking almost $200,000. So if you start at age 25 with just $50 a month, you'll have more than most people when they retire. Moving on to the next age group, 25 to 34, the average 401k balance is just over $37,000. The median is just over $14,000. Now, there are retirement milestones or benchmarks on how much you should have saved. Most experts agree on them on how much you should have saved by a certain age. I'm going to throw up a chart on here with that. By age 30, most experts say you should have 1 times your salary saved. So if you've seen my average income by age, you'll know that the average 30-year-old makes $50,000 a year. So that means that if an average 30-year-old is making $50,000 a year, they should have $50,000 saved for retirement. But as you can tell by the numbers, most people do not have that. Once again, you still have time. Let's take this same example we shared for 25-year-olds and start at 30 years. If you start at 30 years old with $50 a month, you will end up with over $136,000. If you look at the chart, you will have contributed $22,000. You will have earned $115,000 in interest. That's $90,000 less you will have earned just by waiting 5 years to start contributing. So the key takeaway is to start as soon as possible. This famous saying, the best time to plant an apple tree was 20 years ago, but the next best time is today. Same thing with investing and saving for retirement. Going to the next age group, age 35 to 44, average 401k balance is $97,000. The median is just over $36,000. Now, most experts recommend saving around 15% for retirement. Some say 12 to 15, some say 15 to 20, but on average, 15% of your pre-tax income is what's recommended to save for retirement. If you can't put away 15%, that's okay. Anything is better than nothing, especially if your employer contributes or matches what you contribute. So if you can't save very much, try to save at least what your employer will match, because that's basically free money. My husband and I are lucky. He is in education, so his employer contributes 10%, which is amazing. The US average is right around 6%. In the comments down below, let me know if you have an employer match, how much they will match or contribute for you. Moving on, the next age group, age 45 to 54, average 401k balance is just under $180,000. The median is just over $61,000. Now, these years are peak earning years, which means they should also be peak saving years. If we go back to that benchmark chart for retirement savings, at age 50, we should have 6 times our annual salary. So say we're making $50,000 a year at age 50, we should have $300,000 put away for retirement. If you're behind, that's okay. You can try to catch up. There are limits on how much you're allowed to contribute. The limit for 401k is $20,500 a year. Unless you're over 50, they let you contribute an extra $6,500 a year. If you're trying to contribute to an IRA, whether it's Roth IRA or traditional IRA, the limit is $6,000 a year. With an extra $1,000 you can contribute if you're over 50. Now, those limits go up every year or two. It's directly tied to inflation. So most likely they will be going up for next year. And the IRS announces this in the fall. So in the next month or two, they'll be announcing the limits for 2023, but you can probably plan for them to increase. Now, I personally, we contribute more than 15% and have never reached the limits. My goal is to one day reach the limit. Moving on to the next age group, 55 to 64, average 401k balance is just over 256,000. Median is just under 90,000. Now, this is a great time to be preparing for retirement and assess your investments, see if you want to change anything, see how your risk tolerance is, and if you want to make any changes before you actually retire. The next age group, 65 and older, average 401k balance is just under 280,000, with the median being almost 88,000. Now, most people consider 67 to be retirement age here in the US, but in reality, the average American retires at age 62. So obviously, we're going to see these 401k balances start to taper off because people are retiring and actually living on and using their retirement. I'd love to know in the comments down below how much your employer contributes if they do. If you want to see the average net worth or average income by age, check out my videos right up here. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.